I'm gonna mess with the base today. I feel like I need this guy on something bigger. Let me see. Jeez, that is stuck. We'll use a big old ibuprofen bottle. How about that? Let's see. At least I don't want to break the wing again.
Also, hello everyone.
Hey-oo. Alright, so I'm gonna attach this. Alright, I don't think it's gonna fall immediately. That's a good sign. So I'm gonna put my hand here. Alright, so I'm gonna be holding it like this pretty much the whole time. Alright. I need to... Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna need to put my camera... There we go. Put my camera up above my light. And I'm pretty sure... I just unplugged my camera. Give me a second. Oh,
oh no, this looks perfect.
Oh, you like that? Yeah. It's what we call in the industry the loading screen. Now you learn something. All right. There we go. All right, so I can pull this down a little bit, and where are we at? Right here? Perfect. I just needed a little bit more clearance there today. There we go. And I feel like it's extra bright. There we go. All right. So we're gonna mess around with the base today. And we'll see how it all starts to turn out here. I have some ideas for coloration, etc., etc. Okay. So we'll start with these colors. See how we like them. So, all right. Hope you guys are all having a pretty good day out there today. Thanks for joining us as we get back to work on Craterix here. I was looking at the dragon and I was like, well, what should we approach today? And the answer was, I'm just kind of bored of the actual dragon. So today we're gonna approach building in all of our basing fun here. So we'll see how well this process can go. Oh, that's a perfect color. Oh, I am so pleased that that worked. Okay. What I did was I mixed our turquoise and the auburn shadow, and that gave us a great color to blend with the other green that we've laid in here. As you can see, they're gonna start going together nicely. That was an alarm. There we go. Alright, so you can see right now I'm just blending in everything that we've applied that was wet as I start to build in the green tones. The idea that I'm going to go for here is that we keep the rocks pretty green because once we wash them all down, if I had to put money on it, it will look a lot more gray and dull. So then we'll be able to go in with either brighter pops of green for moss, things like that, and then also go back in and add in warmer pops of color. So, you know, reds, browns, oranges, whatever, in between as well. So I don't want to start them off gray. I want to start them off, you know, a few colors that I can, and you can see we're working them in. You can see, oh, sorry, not even on the palette. There you go. Now you can see what colors we're mixing as I'm doing this. But I'm just kind of shifting it around. Some of the colors a little bit warmer than others as I build in the variance in the rock itself. So, nothing groundbreaking. Get it? Because we're working on the ground. Anyway, I'll be here all quarantine. I know some of you guys already started on the miniature we did yesterday for Miniature Monday, so I'm excited to see how those turn out for you. Add in more of the turquoise, have it go back more of a bluish green. There we go. Yeah, the color variance here is very intriguing. We've got warm greens, browns, you name it, as we start building into the rock base. So now I'm gonna go much warmer here with this brown towards the top of the rock. So this is actually as saturated as we've used so far. So an area like this is an area where I would go in with way more of a green to do moss because it's so brown and warm. It would really, really offset it, make it really, really bright. So I need everybody's help in the chat to concept an idea. So, oh, maybe. I don't know if that's even the right. Based on what I'm going to ask you, I was like, wait a minute. I don't even think that's the right term. But how do you guys feel about Tiki Tuesday or Wavy Wednesday? Let us know in the chat. What do you without any further context, what do you think about Tiki Tuesday or Wavy Wednesday? Just let us know. Just drop some ideas in the chat there. Whatever that does for you. If that name sounds intriguing. And you just let me know what you think. That'll help me push some ideas along. Tiki Tuesday, Wavy Wednesday. Well, it looks like everybody likes one or the other, so that's definitely cool. Tiki anything is a yes. Well, you're answering the questions for us. All right, so I'm gonna get more of our green that I was using here. I'm using this giant ibuprofen bottle that I always have here. Oh, Warlord Wednesday? Yeah, well, that'd be cool. I do have entire projects I could work on, honestly. What'd you say? Wave me, big boy? Okay, all right, Scott. we can make that work. Cool. All right, yeah. Awesome. That works for everything. So. Looks like everybody is into the idea. All right, so now you can see we're going much greener as I move my way back towards this side of the base.
I actually, now that I hear it, I really like the idea of Warlord Wins.
Well, I mean...
Granted, that's a bit of shoehorning, but, you know.
It can be Wavy Wednesday where I work on an entire Warlord like display army. So I don't know if I have told you directly, but so I did have a secret ReaperCon project I wanted to put together for entry into the MSP. So what it was going to be is it is a all-female undead vampire pirate army. That was going to be converted and put together, where the leader of that army is Sydney. So I've already picked out the miniature to paint her. But So that was going to be kind of like my little secret project for ReaperCon this year, but it's 11 minis, that all of which were going to be painted to a super high standard. So I mean, if it was, Wavy Wednesday, but we're working on a long-term project like that, right? Because we could structure it like, okay, we're prepping this miniature today, converting it today, right? The next week we start painting it, whatever it is. But, I've definitely got more than enough content and sort of like a whole start to finish thing from the prep to the conversion to everything that could be involved. So, but it's doable. Big old doable. We'll take Justin's pure silence as a cosign. I'm just messing with him. Justin's like working in the background, so.
Yeah, I'm also writing up an email because we have a group email thing for all the shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I gotta write up basically a formal proposal.
Aha.
For a couple of shows, the one that we're kind of halfway spoiling right now, but not spoiling because we're still working on it, guys.
Yeah.
Spoiler, not spoiler, and then the other one we talked about, Josh, which I haven't quite released.
Ooh, yeah, well, look, all I'm saying is whenever the body pillows get shipped here, then we can tell people about that stream, so.
Cough.
Oh, sorry. If that was, I don't want to ruin anything, so just.
Spoiler, not spoiler.
Yeah, just pretend I didn't say that, and it'll be a surprise, so. You can see what I'm doing now is I'm going back into the crack rocks here, into the crack of the rocks as I begin building in the warmer tone. But I only want them to be in the in the recesses. It'll make a little bit more sense too as we begin to weather everything down, but... Remember too, this is all part of the miniature that I sculpted. So your results may vary whenever your Bones 5 arrives. So don't blame me if you're like, I want them racks in the front with that poor guy that's all bent backwards with the fingers in his belly and his legs. I'm just assuming that's how you would say that, so.
Yeah, everyone here lives in the Borderlands universe, yes. Because you kind of sounded like Scooter there for a second.
Also,
thank you for the gift.
You what? Ah, Corsair got his little subbly bubbly, huh? Remember, you can always subscribe for free 99 and 0 cents by clicking that sub button in the top right-hand corner if you're on a desktop. And you can link your Twitch account to an Amazon Prime account if you've got that, and they will give our channel your free monies. If you've done it in the past, go ahead and double check that it is not time again for you to resub. It doesn't do it for you, so you have to make sure you kind of stay on top of it. So definitely give that a little checkerino. I'm definitely liking the colors that we're building in, though. You can see the nice sort of wavily transitions we got going. We're gonna go super bright right here for no good reason. What I'm doing is I'm just applying the color and then going back in with water to taper everything, which is what I'm doing now as I begin to fade it out into the other sections of the rock.
Thank you, Merlin, for the other gifted. Appreciate it. Speaking of which, guys, don't forget this Friday would be the third Friday of the month, meaning that we will be giving away the big prize if we're at 1,500 subs. I will tell you guys right now, we've had some pretty big fall off in the last couple of days, so we're well under 1,000 right now. So that means that tomorrow, if you want to, during the Wednesday stream that we do, when we give some stuff away, you guys can use that as an incentive or wait until Sadie's show on Thursday or Reaper Live, whatever. But Friday by Reaperland, well, actually by the end of Bones 5 Live, we will see if we have enough subs to give the big old giveaway away.
The big old giveaway way.
Giveaway way.
The big old giveaway way. All right, Huawei.
Yeah, the grand prize.
Huawei, are we sponsored by Huawei now? That'd be dope.
You know what? That's the second time that's come up twice today.
Wait, for real?
Second time that's come up.
Justin's brain is broken today, guys.
It is like we were talking about before the stream. Like, you know, some days you wake up like kind of off when you're supposed to, and it feels like you're just leaning sideways the rest of the day. Nothing looks right. Nothing feels right. It's just off. Like you almost want to go back to sleep and reset your day. Oh, thank you, Xanafer. I am not hungover though. I'm just I don't know.
He's just an
Getting
old man.
maybe?
He's an old man.
Yeah, that's it.
As I've heard Sydney put it before, well, tomorrow's a new day. So we're just like, well, we'll just start over tomorrow. Check out the new bog skeletons. I have seen those. They look very cool. So you can't see anything that I'm doing. I'm going up underneath the wing. There we go. You can kind of tell. Just a weird position. I'm not too awfully concerned about any of the detail, if I can say words, in this area, just because it's all going to be obscured. So I'm just trying to get some tones in there. And then whenever we wash things down, we'll just never talk to this part of the dragon base again. Because it's not cool. It can't hang. But... Alright. Now, we've baked in quite a bit of color, as you can tell. Watch the old jokes or I'll hit you with my walker. What, are they made out of bone? Dinosaur bones? Most
That'd be
likely.
a hell of a walker. I would buy that even if I didn't use it.
Justin's fiance is like, what is this Amazon package that's in a wooden crate?
Better yet, she opens it for me, and then I get that phone call.
Yeah, right. She's like, hey, can we talk real quick? You're like, gotta go, bye. Stream starting soon, bye.
Yeah, I could go ahead and close that door. Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna talk to HR about this. The cat comes walking in with a bow tie.
Oh, God.
We need to have a job.
My cat would, too.
Yeah.
Not quite as chill as Arthur, but, you know, she's...
Arthur's over there asleep in a chair. You can barely see him. Arthur, you want a treat? You want to eat? Oh, there he is. Sorry to disturb you. I'll give you a treat when we're done. Sorry, bud. He's like, why? Why have you awakened me?
How old is Arthur?
I think he's anywhere between 8 to like 12. So he's not young, but he still plays and goes crazy and all that stuff. But yeah, he's they thought he was around 5 to 7 when I adopted him. But I think that's also because he's just so big. Because, yeah, I mean, he doesn't act like an old cat in any capacity, so. But that's why I'm just kind of like, well, he could be anywhere within that range.
He could even be younger, assuming, you know.
Yeah. He's just giant. He's a giant boy. All right. So I busted out some purple, some darker green. We're going to go to new palette land over here. New palette town, new Palladia. I can't say palette town. That's big boy Pokemon company is going to sue us. So we got to be careful on that one. But we're going to get some strange grays mixed together. We got purple grays. We got green grays. You can see me mixing it on the palette here. Whoop. We'll refocus it. I hope you enjoy all the sound effects with that. All right. Now then, let's get to work doing our rough rock highlighting. Here we go. I'm just going to be pulling randomly from all of those colors that I just mixed, from the purple gray to the green gray to the warm gray, whatever it is. I'm just going to be grabbing all of them as we start sketching in the rock texture and the rock face. I need to brighten everything up a little bit though. I'm using Bethalian Chitin, just since I have all these paints here, for our color increaser, so I'm not really using white or anything. And of course, everything I'm doing, we're going to be tinting down. as we continue to build in texture. Ah ha ha! What's up, Greg? Secret to painting, sound effects. You are correct. Just don't tell Collins about the Warlord Wednesday idea. He'll be like, oh, that's what we gotta do. I'm gonna make it happen. Even though that does, content-wise, if that's a route we go, honestly, if you just leave it neutral, we can just be like, this is what we're doing for the next few weeks, right? But, like, you could do, like, list building, scenario, you know, all kinds of interesting stuff beyond just painting on top, but...
Absolutely. One thing we know for sure going forward until it's rebranded is that people will see you Mondays and Wednesdays, correct?
Yes. I will be
because
here.
We want to see the dragon all the way through for sure.
Yeah.
You guys will likely be seeing Proctor on either Tuesdays or Fridays once that's ironed. And then Anton will be Monday through Friday, I think, at 11:30 Central.
And this is outside, of course, of the actual Miniature Monday stuff. So this is on top.
Correct.
Yeah. Just in case people get confused. That's still happening. This is just new stuff that's happening as well. So you can see me building in all of our texture here onto the rock.
Yes, Chewy, he's supposed to be, but it's Proctor, so there's no telling, because we are going to have some guest appearances as far as voices, but that's it, and that's going to be from Gene or Jason or whoever decides to tag along and make fun of him. It's going to feel more like a very, 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 very chill, casual painting session with Proctor. It's going to be less about teaching people stuff and more about just watching him paint. You know what I really like, actually, now that I think about it, Josh?
Huh.
I like your color schemes. We need to integrate your color schemes into Wednesday. I feel like your color choices are really interesting and intricate, and I think that's what people tend to gravitate towards. They really like them. Like, I've heard so much about the color of that dragon right there. It's insane. Like, both in email a couple of times and then on stream.
In email? Who's emailing?
You would be surprised. People love to send me emails just giving me feedback, which I welcome.
Nice.
Absolutely. Like, if anyone wants to send me an email, give us feedback, like positive or negative. I'll probably delete the negative ones.
I was about to say.
Hey, Zambies, how you doing?
Well, very dope. Yeah, Justin and I have talked at length, off and on, at least accumulatively, about my very specific intent on use of color and things like that. So, I very much appreciate the kind words, for sure. Because that is something that I try and do.
Yeah, and I think that if we build the Wednesday show on, interesting, or I would even say outside of the use of, like, boxed use of colors, something that's unique, I think that could be interesting. I think that could be something that a lot of people would watch. Like, what's that? You want a pink orc? Josh has got you.
I mean, maybe. We'll see.
We'll
We'll
because
see.
we could even integrate that into, like, doing Warlord stuff. Since I know you do like Warlord, and so does Collins. Maybe you could teach Collins how to paint Warlord figures. Please, this has to happen.
Well, seeing as how he commissioned me to paint his warlord army.
Well, you know.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, yeah, you know, we can figure it out. We can figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. So now I'm pushing this auburn shadow to the bottom of the rocks here. I feel like that's a good shift before we start building in more of our edge texture on the rocks. On the rocks with Josh from Mini Painting Studio.
You beat me to the punchline there.
Haha, I beat you to the punch. Is it a party? What's in the punch?
Yeah.
Is it gin?
It's punch on the rocks.
Great. So I layered in some purple here because we got so much orange going on in the rocks right there. So I'm gonna start moving around our deep twilight here just to make our brain, because our brains are so big and dumb, make us think the color looks a lot better there. So it's a nice little trick. Nice little color theory. Alakabingus, alakazami. It's like a color double whammy, you know what I mean? Guys, I need coffee or something. I'm going stir crazy today.
I think that's what I'm missing. I didn't have my coffee this morning. That might be it.
That's some good old Vietnamese iced coffee there. Is your green yellow palette paper just green or something different? No, it's just the sponge is what you're saying. The sponge is green. So now I'm gonna go into the shadows here with some burble. Some deep burble. To help contrast everything out. Oh, is Mike Squizny in here? I missed you. Hey, Mike, how's it going? You know, fun fact about Mike and I, we actually were in the Peace Corps in the 40s together. We both served in Morocco. Now, of course, at the time, Mike was much larger than he is today. He was strapped with muscles. They actually called him Iron Mike, as he would walk through Morocco, lifting up all the different things that we were working on. A lot of community building, schools, medical. We were there just helping build some cool stuff. Do neat projects. Of course, that was before the reactor exploded and the rift was open, but all that's been redacted. It's not a big deal. But yeah, Mike and I go way back. Been friends for a long time. I'm sure he will confirm all of this in the chat. Or he can't. Actually, he can't confirm any of it because of the agreements we had to make, so... Updating the wiki now. There you go. Yeah, make sure you update the wiki on Mike. That's what we're needing. So now what I'm doing, because I'm bored, I'm starting to build in some of our moss texture here, or at least where the placement's going to be. All right, so I'm gonna build some in over there. So where else would it go? It would go over here. This is driving me nuts. Are y'all seeing my thumb right here? You seeing that? It's killing me. I'm stuck to it. So we're gonna need a little bit right here. Going back in with just water to push and pull the pigment, like so. Make a nice varied texture. Mess with the opacity, the level of opaqueness. There we go.
So you may have already covered this in the beginning, but where's your glove?
Oh, I just don't have it today.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed that your entire left thumb is just checkered there.
What'd you say?
Don't. Oh, man.
What happened?
Oh, wow. That's rough.
Should I wipe it on his face? You see all this paint? Should I just?
Oh, don't do that.
Should I just?
Oh, don't do that.
Should I just?
This is why I'm subbed. Thank you, Sharky.
All right.
Wait, so if the more Josh rubs paint on his body, the more subs we get? Is that what I'm getting? Josh, you know what to do next.
All right. You know what's going on.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hey, that actually brings me to another question. Do you think we could do... oh, boy. Do you think you're confident enough that you could paint a mini with your...
Yeah, of course. Think I am some kind of chump? Come on, man.
Then I think we should do... You know what? We should leave some unique stuff for Wednesday. Like maybe painting a figure with your finger.
It should be Wavy Wednesday. You never know what to expect.
Yes.
We're going to have random ideas, random challenges. All of it will be to the highest level possible. But it also could be to the highest level possible with a toothpick. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything.
Him growing a wacky Wednesday.
Like Wacky Racers. It's all themed from the show in the 60s. Or whenever
We
that...
need that inflatable tube man, though. You know, that goes everywhere.
Oh, we can make Arthur do that. All you got to do is put a airbrush compressor hose near him, and he just he freaks out. What is this song? All right, hold up. Turn the page. All right, we're removing this, and I'm deleting it from the folder because I hate its guts. What's it? All right.
Thank you for the sub, Sharky.
There we go. You say turkey?
Sharky.
Sharky. Random Wednesday.
And, welcome to the family there, Wicked Elf Nihilist.
Bro, that's Greg. You know Greg.
Old Greg?
Yeah, it's good old Greg, man.
You ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
I don't take Greg as the kind of guy that would drink Bailey's from a shoe, but I mean, he could surprise us. That's for sure. You know, the best part about the paint on my face right now is that I'll forget that I did it. So I'm just going to be walking around looking crazy. All right, so we're going to go back to continuing our highlight work here.
AFK, second Josh.
Okay, bye. All right, Mom's gone. Everybody drop ones in the chat if you're excited. Yeah. Everyone come up with nicknames for Justin. Start now. Go in the chat. He's gone. I'm thinking we call him Lusty Justy, but you have to say it like you're saying a bad word, so you have to like stutter before you say it. I'm thinking that one's really good. I like Crusty Justy. I think that one's really good. Muffin Justin. I don't know. We have so many. Trusty Lusty Justy. That's pretty good. He's like, I leave to use the bathroom for 2 seconds and I come back to a new nickname, huh? You know, I feel kind of funny for anybody that comes in and joins the stream today late that has missed all of the weird things that have happened so far. They're gonna be like, what is going on in here today? What's on his forehead? What is even happening in here? They're like, I understand the dragon looks cool, but We could just stick with Crustin instead of Justin. Kind of like Crustin.
So my headset's wireless, and I can hear everything.
No, you can't.
Oh, you're right.
You're not Santa. All right.
I can hear all the things in the chat or in the stream at least.
I don't know why Justin decides to lie to us like that. I turned his mic off so he can't talk or hear. So, anyway, like I was saying, the first time he showed me his extra toe, because he has 6 toes on one foot, I didn't really know what to do. It's not like there's HR at Reaper, so I was kind of uncomfortable. But you know, Reaper John just told me it's kind of a thing everybody has to deal with. You know, some days he shows the toe. Some days he doesn't, but if he's showing the toe, you at least know that you're headed in the right direction. So, and that's the day I found out I was doing Miniature Monday. That's pretty much how it goes. Mini Painting Studio is an actual studio I can go to in Dallas? No, it's the name of the business. Stay away from my house. 6 feet away, or you get pepper spray. That's how we're playing this game. Pepper spray only. Sydney and I are still to make our shirts that say that on the back for whenever we have to go out and buy stuff. I feel like booby trapping your house for coronavirus stuff is similar to Home Alone. People will just have like the wildest contraptions set up to stop people from knocking on their door.
Oh, I guess I'm old-fashioned. I just take the approach of not answering when they do.
So what's weird is when I was in Oklahoma City, for whatever reason, I was the only apartment in my building that didn't have. It's funny they have it listed. Okay, you must be new around here. So, but yeah, because it's my full-time job, so I work hours during the day. So that's why that's listed for communication. But yeah, when I lived in Oklahoma City, the apartment that I lived in, for whatever reason, I was the only person without a peephole on their door. And I requested multiple times from 2 of the multiple management companies that actually ran that place, hey, can I get a new door with a peephole? And they told me no both times. And so I just never opened my door unless I knew someone was coming. So I lived like 3 years. I was just like, no, it does not matter who rings or who knocks on that door. I'm never answering it. So. Which is odd. I mean, many people are like, I've never heard of not having a peephole on your door. Like, that's crazy. But everybody remembers that apartment. That was definitely super lame. Now I just live in Justin's garage. So that's where we're broadcasting from right now.
My garage looks pretty good.
So we're going in, starting to layer in all of our highlights here. And I'm doing these sort of left-leaning diagonal streaks as if they are sort of running cracks or striations in the rock face itself. Not that that necessarily makes it any kind of particular rock, it just adds some texture where there wasn't some previously. I can only do so good on my sculpting. I mean, I'm not I'm more of a gap filler, not a sculptor. That's kind of where I'm at with all those skills. More of a gap filler. Gap filler. Well, the cap came off. Okay, hold on, guys. This is why you use empty bottles. How funny. Alright, well now we have an empty bottle. Oh my gosh, we got ibuprofen all over the world here. How hilarious. This is the biggest container I had on my desk that would work for the handle. There we go. We're just gonna move those out of the way. Alright. Today's episode has been filled with many treasures. Many clippable treasures here. We will probably, most definitely, be tinting all of this down with the airbrush afterwards. So very similar to what we were doing, right, on the scales, everything else we've done so far. We could. I like that idea of potential dragon scratches, but I would probably want to actually like carve them in. Like we could use my little hand drill to do that if that was the case, but I'm leery. I like the idea, but I'm leery. So I mean, we'll consider it at some point, I'm sure. So. This should be a lot brighter since that was so much brighter. There we go. Alright, so now we're back to a very bright highlight color here. This is more of a glaze that I'm applying. Feel our boy slipping here. Slipping off of this giant. Look at the amount of blue tech I have right here. Crazy. See, I'm just gonna reblock this whole edge. There we go. I like that much more. That works way better. There we go. Alright, so now we're building it in. I actually love what's happening here now. Anytime I'm layering this much stuff and this many colors, it kind of takes a second before I'm like, alright, now I see how it's all coming together, and I'm okay with it. I can live with it. Need to make sure I'm leaving enough shadow here since the poor victim would be casting a shadow, which we're looking for here. Thank you, Varl. Dang. The last straggling ibuprofen has fallen. F's in the chat for the last ibuprofen. A good basalt? You said good bath salt? I mean, this could be bath salt. That's the kind of vibe we're on today. Bath salt only. Oh my god, I got paint on the face. It's okay. Oh my gosh, there's another one. Are there more hiding in here? Nope, that was it. So how many of you have attempted to paint your lizard man yet from the jungle kit? Let me know in the chat. I don't think I've seen some work in progress of him, but I haven't seen anyone with one completed, so I'm wondering if anybody's had time to finish one yet. The non-metallic leather armor that we worked on all day yesterday probably will be the most interesting thing people are going to be doing, so we'll see kind of how all that lays out. Oop. Nope, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so the humidity is extending dry times, yeah. Painting mojo has been elusive. Yep, I know how that goes, man. For sure. The dragon's headed for the wet palette. Look, we're just gonna shake it and see what happens. Let's test our luck. We're alright. He didn't move. Even though I probably won't be doing that again because I do feel it moving now. Let's not do that. That's... Why push our luck when we don't need to? Very pleased with the texture we're getting, though. See how bright we went right there. That's great. You win comment of the day, Shadow Raven. That's hilarious. Push your shadow or your highlights, not your luck. Yep, I would have to agree. We need to highlight this part up actually, since we've done it. We have an area that's not making sense here. Let's see. There we go. We definitely needed some pushed highlighting there. Taper it in with some of that auburny red. There we are. That's gonna help that rock out quite a bit. All right. Friar Stone. It looked like a fake tan disaster. Well, my hand and eyebrows are looking like a... I don't even know. I was about to say a New Jersey disaster, but since we know Greg's in the chat, we can't use New Jersey. Maybe be like a... Where do people have like crazy bad eye makeup? I was just thinking of like the Snooki days of the Jersey Shore. Alright, so... Oh yeah, my painted eyebrows are very Kardashian today, you're right. Very astute. I want to darken this up a slight bit. Here we go. There we go. It was a little bit too broad. Nah, it's better. Now you can tell we have an edge highlight there. Alright, now we're going to push this direction. So this needs to be highlighted up. I can see already where we're going to build that in. The crystal golem looks like rock candy. It does. It does indeed when you first put the gloss varnish on it. Yeah, with the crystal golem, just remember to take your time. Be patient. It's really all about just making sure that those lines look good. And then once you've done enough work on the lines, glazing over the edge work should all just sort of fall into place naturally. Going back in with some of the purple here. Right up underneath some of these edges. Pushing the paint at a 45-ish degree angle here. Just so I can get it right up at the edge where the highlight is placed next to it. Just to help increase our contrast. Like so. There we go. All right, we're finally working our way back around here. Start building in our highlights. Remember, if you wanted to check out last weekend's Patreon class where we did texture painting up the Bones Black Maggot Crowned Warlock. That was available for free for everybody, so you can see that on my Twitch, the Facebook page, or YouTube. That upload is available there for you. And then remember, you can also get access to my permanently free lesson with the Stone Giant Carver if you go to minipainting.studio/free. The stream that we did and shared out over last weekend was sort of the basic level class that's at the $5 level, and then the more advanced classes happen every month as well at the $10 or more level, and that's what the Stone Giant Carver class was from. So if you've ever been interested in sort of seeing the difference between the two, you can check that out. Again, that's always available at minipainting.studio/free, and you can check that out. And then we also put the Arthur STL file up for sale. So the Arthur miniature, which you can see right here. Now mine is a work in progress, but this is the 54 mil version. So you can see him right here. This was sculpted by Mark at Frozen Ninja 3D. If you've ever been to ReaperCon the last few years, I know you know him. But all of the proceeds are being split between the two of us, since both of us are having the time of our lives during the pandemic. So if you've been interested in that, the STL pack includes both the 54 mil and the 28 millimeter version of the miniature. If you were wanting either or, they're both included. When you do purchase it as well, you'll literally get emailed a picture of the miniature. So it'll email you a render, because the miniatures, the file is so big that Squarespace can't push it out to people through their regular method. So after you purchase, you'll get an email from me with a link to the zip file directly. So I know someone tried to purchase one on Sunday, but then it said their purchase started, but then their card didn't go through. So if you did purchase the file and you're wondering where your email is, just double check, because I did have one person's order just kind of immediately disappear, and I think that's why. So do double check if you've been expecting an email from me and you haven't gotten it. Everybody else, though, I've been on top of, so I do know the other folks have gotten it. All right, so I'm gonna do our highlight like this. A little something like that, there we go. So I went in with some of that orange auburn shadow color. Now I'm going back in right next to it with some of the green gray that we've been using to help push the contrast there. Here we go. I think that looks awesome. That is a nice rock texture, for sure. It's so odd too, right? Knowing how far to put in some of the highlight just because of the actual shape. So layering more of our reddish brown color. All right, so let's see how we built everything in today. I need to see it on a smaller angle here. All right. Yeah, so I'm definitely pleased with what we've built up. I think this is a little bit too bright right there. We're gonna darken this up real quick. So it just needs to be reshaped like this. There we go. And then I need to... There we go. Much better. It was a little bit too big. And then this guy should also tint down. And this guy. There we are. For those of you without a 3D printer, the plan was for the Arthur miniature to just be released in pre-orders, so I can have them produced and printed, you know, either by like somebody at Impact or anybody else that does resin printing. So, you know, the price that it is now for sure is a lot cheaper than it will be if I have to do that process eventually, which is the plan. Obviously right now, not the best time in the world to do anything like that, but mostly because one, no one really has cash to just drop on fun miniature releases, but two, it's hard for all the 3D printing guys to get a hold of isopropyl alcohol. So I know the guy at Impact ended up sending me a message because he, you know, he had a hard time getting more, and so all his orders are delayed, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, I know it's an issue for everyone right now. What's the plan for the corpse? To paint it. Chewy, I mean, you can still get black gloves. You just have to wait, you know, a week or 10 days to get them shipped to you. They're still available because I ordered another box of 100 about a week ago and it took about a week to get to me. So but that's why I'm not wearing a glove today, because I do wear them when I go out. So I can only wear, my rule I've imposed on myself is one glove a day for painting. So that's definitely being reserved for the moonstone work that I'm currently doing. Which, again, remember, Thursday and Friday, you're going to be able to watch me do more of the studio paint job for Moonstone the Game. You can check that out, moonstonethegame.com, or Moonstone directly on Facebook. I think I tagged them early on Saturday morning when I did that stream for them as well. But everybody knows that I love those miniatures. Really, really fun sculpts. All that good stuff. And then I did have somebody ask again yesterday, so in case you were wondering, if you are going to do your Amazon shopping and you want to help me out by following the Amazon link so that I can get a kickback from your purchases, if it's not direct supplies through my page, which, you know, some people will purchase that way. Otherwise, all you have to do is just make sure that you follow the link first that is available either off of my website or in the chat for when that stuff gets dropped. There you go. Thank you, Sharky. So you need to follow that before you start adding stuff into your cart, and then I will get credit. So if you were trying to figure out how to make it work, don't have anything in your cart yet, follow that link, and then just go and search and add all the stuff you typically would, and then I'll get credit that way too. So big thank you to everybody that's been doing that. That's just free money that you can give to me, which I would obviously appreciate, so I can buy food for Arthur, all the different painting supplies that I need, yada yada yada. Like, I'm gonna have to go by Walmart today because I realized last night while I'm assembling a bunch of stuff, I'm pretty much out of super glue. And then the super glue right now is not a priority shipping item, so you know you can drop some in your cart and it'll say it'll arrive in May. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go manually pick some up at a Wally World and pray I don't run into any miscreants with the Rona. But I gotta have super glue. That's just kind of how this goes, so gotta have it. So you can see I did do at least some scratches coming from the claws here in that kind of base highlight structure. Oh, that's cool, Sharky. All right, so I'm happy with where we got to today with all of the texture on the rock. I feel like it looks very non-organic. I mean, it looks organic, but remember, everything we're seeing here is along the same lines of how we've been doing the rest of the dragons. We're going to tint things down as we go through everything like that. But beyond that, we will continue this tomorrow, pretty much finishing the base. We'll probably head into painting the villager, and then finishing details. So 2 more sessions with this. Oh man, I just caught a glimpse of my paint brows that we put on earlier today. But so I think that will be it for today. Of course, Justin, are you available to direct all of our lovely humans to a different channel?
I am actually. I'm searching right now.
Awesome.
Since the old days, I would find one 20, 30 minutes ago and then use it, but then that often led to just dead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well.
All right. Actually, I got one right here.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you. Again, I will be here tomorrow. And then beyond that, most likely, it will then change to just Monday and Wednesday, correct? Yes. So remember, next week we're going to be working on the witch miniature. So the hero for Miniature Mondays, this kit right here. So we're going to be working on her on Monday. And then beyond that, probably dragon and then new project, whatever that is. So thanks so much again for hanging out today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you, remember I'll be streaming on my own Thursday and Friday as well. And then we have a demo this weekend for Patreon. So take it easy. Make sure you give a lot of love to Jimmy over there as we hop over to him. And we'll check you later.
Thanks for coming by, guys. Keep being awesome, spread the Reaper love, and tell Jimmy we said
Adios.